Niagara Falls, once a wonderful city to visit, the honeymoon capital of the world that attracted tens of thousands of people, has now, for decades, been blighted and broken, struggling to rebound from the decline because of the loss of industry and jobs as well as rampant crime and drugs. Good people stuck in the traps of generational welfare. Unfortunately, many people in Western New York have forgotten Niagara Falls, but God hasn't forgotten this city, and neither have we.
Hi, my name is John Cooper, the Executive Director of the Niagara Gospel Mission. One thing that really hit me is I was getting out of the Army. I came home on leave here to Niagara Falls, and the city of Niagara Falls looks very similar to Kabul, Afghanistan, where I was just at. In war-torn buildings that are boarded up, got holes in them. And it really hit me that where I grew up looked like a place that I had gone to deploy to help people. Here in Niagara Falls, it's a tourist district. We have people from all over the world that come here to watch water fall off a cliff. But they'll walk right past someone who's hurting and needs help, it needs hope in their lives. It's made in the image of God, and they'll walk right past them. They won't even make eye contact. This rebuilding of the city doesn't just happen through physical buildings being rebuilt. It's people being rebuilt and having hope. Hope is something you can't put a price tag on. And when people have hope and when they can see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, they'll march towards that, and they'll see themselves be rebuilt and the city itself around them. So our emergency shelter is a 36-bed shelter between two different locations in our building. These men come here for 30 days. They do some work around the mission. They get fed 3 meals a day, and they have a safe and sober night of sleep. Also have an 8-bed emergency shelter for veterans specific. Instead of 30 days, they are given 60 days, and really until they can figure out more housing options. On our second floor, we have our recon program. Recon is short for reconciliation. Well, really what we're seeing is guys aren't coming here so much because they're running out of resources. They're coming here because they've burned every bridge. They've run out of relationships. So we believe that coming to Christ and through learning what the Word of God has to say teaches you how to rebuild these bridges, how to reconcile back to these relationships. And those relationships are with themselves, learning how to view themselves now. But how do I rebuild these relationships? How do I reconcile? How do I have a new community around me? With my work, how am I a good employee? How, my vocation is that thing. How do I find my calling in life and then go for it? What do I have to do to get there? And teaching guys these skills to reconcile them back into the world. We don't want them to live here forever. We want them to go back into society and to be people that you would never know were in a homeless shelter before. And then lastly, we have a transitional housing program. In our transitional housing program, it's 52 rooms or college dorm style rooms that guys can stay in for 2 years. They do pay a program fee, and this is a kind of a step from I'm homeless and I can't afford an apartment, right? And this is, again, a safe, sober environment. We drug test guys up there. We have recovery meetings that they're required to go to be able to talk about whatever problem is going on in their lives.
These programs and others have been the catalyst for true life change through the gospel of Jesus Christ here at the Niagara Gospel Mission. With your partnership, we have many more initiatives that we are excited to share with you. Through both our current and future programs, we will continue to rebuild here in the Falls as we seek to continue to revive our community one life at a time.